Welcome back. According to reports, the need to feed its members and the abducted schoolgirls has put pressure on Boko Haram members to steal food items such as bread, grains, and livestock, and loot communities close to Sambisa Forest and also Adamawa and Yobe states. Investigations reveal that the insurgents are stealing food items to also store in preparation for a long drawn-out battle with the military, especially as the UK, US, France, Israel, and other collaborators are assisting the federal government to ensure the safe return of the girls. Is Boko Haram running out of food? It's your view. You can let it count. Please call us on 07080668014 or tweet to us at YourViewTVC. We'd like to hear from you.
I think they are.
They should be.
I honestly think they are, because when you follow up, these people are like a bunch of serial killers. They leave trails. So one of their trails is the fact that wherever they go, they're always at, they take food. And the Chibok girls, when they were kidnapped, they also took every food they can gather from the hostels. And then they attack Bonu communities and several other communities. They're always taking the food first before they go about murdering the people. So I think they are running out of food, which is a good thing.
Jumoke is expected, since they won't allow the people live in peace so that they will farm. These communities are farming communities. They won't allow them to live in peace. They've stolen everything they have. They don't even have the rested mind to go to their farms and, you know, cultivate it and harvest. So now that the food stuff is running out from even the people at home, they expect to have food in their camps where they cannot farm.
I read in a report that they used to have helicopters drop food for them. But now that there is a focus from the international community on the Sambisa Forest, that helicopter is unable to go and drop food. Hence the need of them to run into the communities regularly, packing bags of grain, livestock, foodstuff, bread, anything that they see. And from the newspapers this morning, we see that the girls are falling ill, lack of food.
Saying they're ill-fed and all of that.
Who was the owner of the helicopter that used to come and drop the food?
You're asking me.
Jumoke, let me tell you something. It is, you see, the best strategy to win war is actually this hunger that we're... Starvation. Because there is no way a hungry man will pick up gun and will be able to see clearly to fire the gun. No, it's true now. So you see, when I don't know the strategy the military they're using now, because if this is true, that the reports are saying that these people are running out of food, I would expect that by now they should be truly closing in on them, you know, and they can rescue these girls. Yeah. It is, you know, that's the quickest way they can actually get them now. I remember that we had stories that the Civil War, the reason the federal government's army could defeat the
starvation.
Biafran army was through starvation.
They closed the borders,
Yeah, they couldn't get food, you know, so... Is this a good strategy that the Nigerian government should look at using to winning this war?
I honestly think it is a good strategy. Like who I said, starvation is always a good strategy during war. But then another concern is these communities, mostly we know the north is like the food basket of the nation. And these cities they are attacking, like Dima said, they're mostly farming communities. Now, if they're suffering from famine, I think the military or the government should work really hard on protecting these communities they are attacking, because if they attack them, then they would get more supplies. So protect them and protect, because if they continue with that attack, with time the famine will get to affect other parts of the country, because these are the major people producing a higher percentage of the food we consume.
These communities are also complaining of starvation.
Last week, one of the communities that they attacked said they had come to them and demanded 250,000. They were only able to raise about 70,000 for them. And they gathered some foodstuffs and everything. They came back, attacked, killed them, and gathered the foodstuffs themselves and left.
I have a question based on this, so meaning that these community members can actually identify them.
Yes.
Of course, they always have spies.
They said they live among them.
Okay, this Boko Haram issue, I'm tired.
Because this report that Nima is talking about, they said that the community members didn't take them seriously. We only had 70,000 take. You know, and then they came back and killed about 20 of them.
It's not only even the communities, even the senator that we read in the Punch some weeks back, you know, that was saying that these people, he went back to negotiate and blah, 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 blah. You see, that's what I'm saying, that I don't understand what is happening. But the truth is, I don't see that there's any what's it called? There's any fight going on to truly curb it.
Are we assuming then that if the community members join, if there's trust with the federal government, and they join and say, you know what, we know them, we can identify them out. Exactly, that, you know, the war will be quicker fought than just the federal government going in, you know, with foreign aid?
Of course, I do think that is true, because all these terrorists, I know there are people that they could listen to. They have friends. Of course, a lot of them grew. I read the report.
They have family members.
Yeah, of course. And even the man that released the video, the latest video, the journalist that is a friend to their founding leader, Yusuf. So these people, I believe that they could take advantage of these people who are close to them and sift them out, or, I don't know, come to a conclusion, a possible negotiation.
I was going to conclude on what I was saying, that since they have this, like Sansi said, they leave a trail.
Don't forget your thoughts. Let's take our first caller for the morning. Martins from Mafoluku. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. How are you guys?
Well, fine. Oh, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've been trying to get through. Thank God I'm getting you through today. You see, the topic you are discussing is a very delicate one. I know Nigerian government has been doing that. They are monitoring them. By the time the girls are hungry in the mall, they'll be forced to release them. And I want to thank our neighbors, Cameroon, at least for the first time they are responding. I was expecting people to discuss that on your newspaper review. Cameroon killed 40 Boko Haram terrorists. It's not just something we'll wash away. We have to commend them, and they should keep doing more, because by the time they operate in these areas in the north, they run back to Cameroon and Chad. Because those people that were killed between the border of Cameroon and Chad. So we are getting somewhere, and I hope very soon, the guests will be released and we'll all be happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martins, for calling.
Martins, Cameroon did not help Nigeria. They secured their country,
their
own people from Boko Haram. They call them Nigeria's Boko Haram, and let the Boko Haram for us to deal with.
No, but if they secured,
those girls, like the report. Wait, the negotiator said that the girls are not in one place. They're in camps along the borders of Chad, Niger, and Cameroon. And as if you need to rescue those girls, you have to seek permission of those countries where they are.
Yes, now you can't just go into their country.
If they were helping us, these people are along their borders, then we know they are helping us, you know, to rescue the girls.
Sansi, hold on. To support her, the federal government has said that Cameroon is the weakest link because we had the Paris summit, you know, on security in Nigeria, and that Cameroon is the weakest link. They are the only ones not cooperating with Nigeria in this fight.
They have a history.
I think for the fact that they have brought out 1,000 troops, according to reports, to secure their borders, I think it is a good development.
Secure their borders against Nigerians.
Secure their borders against these people. Of course, Boko Haram is not just a threat to Nigeria. It is a threat to them as well.
Yes.
So if they're securing their borders, that means, dude, you cannot cross those borders. So go back to your Nigeria. Now, when they come back to Nigeria, it makes it easier for us to get them.
We have not secured our own borders then.
But they are
against them.
They are securing
them.
Against them, possibly, but they are securing theirs, which is, my view is that as they're securing their border, that means you get to this point, you can't cross here. I'm sorry, you have to
curtail your security to your country.
Nigeria. That way we can capture you.
Boko Haram has never been a threat to Cameroon. Take it or leave it. They've never been a threat, because we have communities that, you know, that train over into Nigeria, that, you know, communities that live in the borders, like the Adamawa people and all that. And those people on the other side have never had a problem, except those of them on the Nigerian side.
So, anyways, from the reports that we have gotten, you know, about all the attacks and searching for food, and the girls complaining about hunger, and, you know, I think that this is a good development, in the sense that once there's food shortage, then they will come out more.
They will come out more. Do the list of priorities, please. If you have a bag of rice, and then they are hungry, there are 40 insurgents than the girls.
Yes.
Who would go hungry?
They feed themselves now.
They will eat first, and the girls will go hungry, and they leave them to be sick. The girls are sick now, they are hungry. One of the girls was saying in the report that we are hungry, we are not being fed, well fed. They are not even eating well.
Where's the place of this our Australian negotiator?
I think that's where government's plan for amnesty comes in. He's probably trying to tell them, okay, surrender your arms, and I think they probably chose the man.
We have a phone call.
Okay.
Bukola from Ikorodu, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
How are you today, madam?
I'm fine.
Jumoke, my question is, for what price is he negotiating? Is it for free? At what price?
If the price now.
No, you go ask now. Let's ask this question. Because this same man, wait, this is 10 years he's been in the business. He was the same negotiator between Nigeria and the Niger Delta militants. I have this conspiracy theory that Boko Haram are not working single-handedly, because if helicopters could come and fly into a camp and feed people, Nigerian army doesn't even have helicopters.
So far, the helicopters are not flying down to
now we have Nigerians, Hausa men, who have been friends with them. They are not negotiators with them. And all of a sudden, a secret negotiator is coming from outside
we have
the
another phone call. I want to understand your point properly. Mr. West from Ikorodu has called in. Good morning. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Good morning, ladies. It is normal and expected that these people will run out of food because they are surrounded either from Cameroon end, Nigeria end, or end. They are surrounded. It is normal. Again, too, there's a report some time ago that while they were transporting these guests, that snakes bite 2 of them, 2 were dead, 20 were sick. At that time, some people did not take cognizance of that report. I want to tell everybody that even if we are swapping, we cannot get the exact number of tickets back because some of them must have gotten sick and died because they did not have medical means of getting from either from Cameroon, for anywhere. So there's no doctor among them. Some of them must have gotten sick. Some of them must have passed on. We can't get exact number out. It is a fact. I want to let everybody know. Again, too, the fact is that, well, after swapping, it is expected that some of them will be pregnant. It's a fact. Because they were sleeping with some of them. And some of them must have gone through their period and missed their period, and by the time they were released, some of them were pregnant. These are some of the facts I want people to know.
Thank you very much, Mr. West. Well, keeping hope alive that we'll have all of them back alive, because 4 of them were sick last week and they were released. So we're hoping that they have enough human feeling when these girls are sick to let them go.
Okay, I don't understand because there are too many things playing out in my head. 4 people were sick last week, according to reports, and they were released. Those people have a wealth of information.
Yes.
And we're not utilizing those information.
You don't want to bombard them with media reports at this time.
Hold on, I'm not talking about media. I'm talking about the military going to,
I'm saying that somebody who's been traumatized, the right thing is not to...
I said something last week. They attacked a village and they went and they took their livestock and all that. It was since last week that we already knew that they are running out of food and all these things. So what is the strategy the military is using?
They won't tell you their strategy.
They cannot tell me their strategy.
Let's take another phone call.
Okay.
Victoria from Ikorodu, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Yes. Please, the best solution is negotiation. Let them bring out those girls first. So whatever strategy they are putting in place, they can now work on it. And moreover, these people have been coming out on regular basis. What is the military, what are they doing? Don't they have men on ground? Can't they capture some of these men that are coming, take food and run back? What is their job? And these girls are there. Their life is at stake. We know they may not get every one of them. They may be contacting diseases, and look at their state of health. Please let them bring them out, and whatever they have to put in place. They may not say it in public. We are mothers. I cry every day. If it were our children that is in that position, what will we do? Please, let them get those girls back. The ones they can get back, let them get them back and do what is necessary.
Okay.
There's something going on. I feel there's a game going on, and let them clarify this and let everybody be sincere and open. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria.
Okay, like I was saying, sorry, Sansi. Like I was saying, I don't expect the military to give me what their strategy is. But like she said, if you already know that these people always come out once in a while to go and look for food in villages, they attack villages and all that. The strategy that they don't need to tell me, from the happenings, I would know that, okay, yes, they truly are monitoring these people.
Well, we got information
because there are neighboring villages around all those places that are farmers. I would have expected that, okay, yes, we hear reports that, 40 Boko Haram members were killed because they were trying to, those kind of reports will tell me that the military, they're working.
We got information that a trader who knew that they were coming to buy food from him, tipped off the villagers, and they called in the military, such that when the insurgents came for food, they surrounded them. We heard about the killings last week.
No, it was, I think it was vigilante. It wasn't military.
It was vigilante. Yeah, it was vigilante.
You understand?
We heard it last week, So I'm saying that we all need to work together. The federal government cannot work alone in isolation. They need the community members who can identify them. They came to you and asked for 250,000. Could you not call somebody and say, they came, or they say they are coming back, so that the military will be ready for them when they came back? Well, these people came back and killed them.
Of course, I absolutely do agree with the villagers helping, but I do not agree with calling up these girls who were released and then having to interview them. I was listening to Dr. Lanre sometime last week or last 2 weeks, and he was talking, and I realized that the best solution, the best treatment for these girls is not bringing them back when they were released, and you're interviewing them to find out where the captors are.
I agree. Okay, another phone call, Chief Egbu from Satellite Town. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, good morning. I think I've been enjoying your programs and what you have been saying. My contribution this morning is to tell you that Boko Haram running out of food, I think is one of the strategies I heard from the resolution of the United Nations. When they put, when they say that they have put some distance on Boko Haram, that nobody should supply them food, nobody should supply them arms, nobody should supply them with money or aid them with anything to assist them. I think it's one of the strategies. Putting them to, making them to run out of food, arms, and whatever will frustrate them, one thing. Secondly, anybody that does such has been termed a terrorist. So after getting these girls, fighting Boko Haram, then getting the people who are sponsoring Boko Haram, that should be a basis to try them. Because all along, I don't think there is a law now to try them. But since Boko Haram has been termed that anybody who supplies them with all these things stands a terrorist, now I think people who are supplying them, who have been sponsoring them, will now hold back. They will cease from supplying those things to them, and it will frustrate them. Some of the time, we hear that sometimes they come out to go and look for food.
Yeah.
And when they come to look for food, the villagers will attack.
Yeah.
And get some of them. So these are the strategies. Now somebody was saying something about the military. What are they doing not to get these girls? Actually, there are so many things they could do to get them. But then they don't want to lose those girls. This is a military tactics. When you make a frontal attack, sometimes they will shield themselves with those girls. After you end up killing so many, which Nigerians do not want. Or the attackers will end up
Chief Egbu,
surrendering their arms or something
Chief
like that.
Chief Egbu, are you a military man, sir? Are you a military man?
I'm a chaplain. I'm not a military man.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you so very much for calling us this morning, sir. Thank you. In rounding off, I'd like you to read some tweets because we need to move on. But I think that now that they're running out of food, obviously, we don't even need to go into Sambisa Forest. It's to lay ambush for them. Next time they are coming out for food, So, tweets.
Rod Francis Diamo says, America just released 4 terrorists to free an American soldier.
5, actually.
Okay.
5
How
Talibans.
do you threaten someone willing to die? They are suicide bombers. Iken Kinsley says, the Nigerian military should attack Boko Haram and rescue these girls because whichever way, the girls will not be released in their complete numbers. Someone says, Oni Michael says, the longer it takes to rescue our girls, the more the agony. The state of these girls transcends speculations. DJ Mayo says, now the Boko Haram have run out of food. All our military efforts must be at alert to attack these evil people because we are tired of killings.
Okay. We discuss federal government offer of amnesty to Boko Haram next. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.